And I think this is going to be a pretty interesting game. We're starting out on... I don't remember. This is the
Lakefront.
Lakefront property. That's what it's called. They are seeing almost... I'm pretty sure that's a perfect mirror. Is that a perfect mirror?
Yeah. That pretty much is.
They saw perfectly mirrored Hype Mantis Storms coming in, followed by DJ Octavio.
That was a... Ooh,
Pinon was looking for the
a
wall
good...
off and didn't get it.
That was a good clash.
So now the decision for Pinon turns to, do I wall off bottom or do I wall off top? Pinon chooses to try to wall off top, partially succeeds.
Doesn't look like Pinon has any cards that'll fit in there aside from Slosher.
Yeah, this current
He's
layout
choosing
is
not to play it there.
Looking a little bit rough. Finds a good spot for the Slosher Deco, though. Gets a special point in the process. Not a whole lot of good options open for Pinon when it comes to base combos right now. The GooTubers...
Yeah. GooTuber is a really hard card to work around.
He's got room for it right now, but that's not going to be the case for much longer. Jack keeps pushing down there like with that splat chart. That would have almost certainly pierced the GooTuber had that been played.
Yeah, definitely.
In the meantime, Pinon found some room.
Ooh. You've still managed to place that reflux and build a special point in Jack's base.
I've got an ultra stamp getting partially overwritten. That's not going to get anti-312 later on because there's already special block plus some extra there, but
yeah.
I'm not really sure what you do right now if you're in Pinon's position.
Yeah.
Because you're down by 12, you've got 3 turns left to play, you've got a good 10 attack combo here. You're gonna have plenty of special points to do your thing these last 2 turns.
Yeah. I definitely think Pinon hasn't had the best hand here.
But in the meantime, we've got our first special drop coming out from Jack. Got a startling 24-point deficit for Pinon to make up. I don't know if he does it.
He does have more special points right now, but I don't think Marie/Calais would really fit anywhere.
Agreed. Like, even if Jack bricks this turn and then plays like a 312 or, I don't know, something else kind of fun next turn,
yeah,
I think the 24-point deficit is going to be that's an absolute monster to make up with only 2 turns.
Yeah, a 24-point deficit is pretty much a win for Jack already.
Now comes... So Jack drops the Octo Stamp, the happy little Octo Stamp. And now that's...
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a splatter color screen coming out.
Yeah, use special, but is it gonna do much?
Nope, not when Jack's got his own.
And looks like Jack wins first game.
Jack wins by precisely 12 points. I want to point out the that even though Jack did play a card on that second to last turn, Pinon still managed to make up exactly half of his 12-point deficit during that turn. That was an incredibly good play
Yeah.
there. That just Jack was able to. Jack had something to do during the last turn that Pinon just couldn't make up for. It was a valiant effort, though, and we're going to see another one coming,
Yeah.
I'm sure, coming into the second game of this Losers Finals. Lakefront Property. Why can't I always forget that name. I always call it the box with the small box. I'm a bit simple like that. A bit simple like that. I also need to apologize on the grounds of pronouns. I'm from a day and age where women didn't exist on the internet, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around. Still trying to wrap my head around all this. I promise I'm doing the best I can. I mean, Pinon's been playing a pretty decent game overall. It's just Jack had on that particular matchup, Jack had a better eye
Yeah.
for the map. If I had to guess, I'd probably say Pinon's gonna take River Drift.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe box seats, maybe, possibly.
Box seats in the losers finals.
I don't think Jack's I don't think I've ever seen Jack play on a box seat, and maybe that's just because I haven't watched all that many of these, but... Oh, Thunder Point.
Ooh,
This is the one.
Thunderpoint. Okay.
We're gonna be playing on a Tetris piece today.
Mhm. That's not a good starting hand.
Is this one better?
No, I don't think that's a good starting hand either.
We've got two 17-pointers, two 15-pointers, and of the lot, precisely one of them
Yeah,
got drawn and then immediately
is
got redrawn.
that is like an absolutely horrible word starting draw.
Oh man. I don't know what you do if you're Pinon.
Yeah.
Like at this point, you're up against Jack. You know Jack's gonna have something. You don't know if it's gonna be a wall off or you don't know if it's gonna be an aggressive, but you know Jack's gonna have a good card for this.
Yep.
Jack's
And
dropping the
looks like
defensive
that
Mary.
gets walled off.
Jack drops the defensive Mary. The Do we see an ultra stamp wall off? We see an attempt at one. And it's successful.
Yep. It gives Jack a special point, but it's still successful.
And there's the nice big swig express getting dropped in the corner. That's a in spite of the less than stellar opening. Oh, Jack got through that.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's rough.
that's beautiful. I'm loving that. I'm loving that placement here from Pinon. Sure, Jack's probably
Honestly,
gonna get in on the lower end, but
it definitely isn't looking good for Pinon right now.
yeah, he's like I have to give shout outs to him though. He's been doing a fantastic job of playing the cards as they're drawn.
Yeah. That's a nice Cali.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Jack appears to be ready for some base combo things.
Draws his Horrorboros on 10-6.
Jack completes his wall off, Pinon also. I think we're just going to see base combo things here for a moment.
Yep. Definitely a lot of base combos.
Oh, there's a good corner combo coming out from Pinon, getting another two special.
Yeah. Looks like Pinon will have the special advantage here, and
Jack
Jack bricked.
Okay, be honest.
So,
be honest with me here. When turn 1 and 2 dropped and we saw that none of Pinon's big cards were played early, did you think that we were going to come into 3 turns remaining with only a 3-point deficit on Pinon's side?
definitely not. This definitely is looking to be a lot closer. Like, Pinon definitely has closed the advantage Jack had on him a lot. I definitely think if Pinon plays this right, then he could definitely have a chance of winning still.
Yeah. You see double specials. The 312 comes out early from Jack. And Pinon has taken the lead with 2 points.
Oh, and looks like Pinon gives up. Giving Jack the win.
Pinon didn't draw he had one card, I don't remember which one it was. He had one he could have played and without spending special points, and he didn't draw it.
Yeah, that is unlucky.
That is a shame.
That was not fighting the opponent, that was fighting the RNG. Like I said previously, the RNG, sometimes you just end up fighting the RNG more than you fight your opponent.
So are we gonna do an interview for the losers finals? Because I really want to ask Pinon about that game. About that game 2 of losers finals, just in general.
That was definitely unlucky. See if Pinon can turn it around in game 3. I wonder what map they'll choose.
Well, I know from what we saw last game, Pinon definitely has it in him to
pick box.
To pull it off.
He could pick boxes, honestly.
I mean, but that's an option. It is an option. It would make me very happy if we saw it. I don't know if you go with the chaos route against Jack. I mean, there's good arguments for and against, but
yeah.
I'm still impressed. Pinon was actually winning. We're seeing the Thunder Point rematch.
Yeah. Pinon is definitely seeming like Thunder Point again.
And there's an opening.
This time, that's an actual opening you'd want on Thunder Point. That's way better.
Alright. After this opening, what's your and then what? Okay, let's see what Jack does in turn 2 before we say anything. But
you could have a 17 cut. Oh, it's using screen.
Color. Early screen. That is a beautiful
forces
base
Pinon
combo.
to. Oh yeah, that's a good Marie. Oh, but it gets completely pierced through. That is unlucky.
Yeah, if you're Pinon, I think you just leave that where it is and just start playing elsewhere.
Yeah, you're gonna have to just ignore that. Play aggressively back. Which Pinon definitely has the means to right now. An attempted block, but it doesn't look like it was successful.
Ooh, there's a roller in your base. I always love when this happens to me in ranked. Not. So Jack's base is a mess right now, and Pinon's got. Pinon can play basically anywhere. If you're Pinon right now, you're really happy.
Yeah.
Did I say ranked? I meant anarchy battles.
It's the same thing.
Basically, yeah.
Looks like Pinon tried to block the block Jack off, but he had a bigger card to fit in there. Ooh, both sides get a special point.
Oh man, now the Horror shows up. There was practically zero hope of that getting played. That being said, if you're Jack, what do you
that's
even
a
do
pretty
here?
good bullet placement.
If you're Jack, what do you even do here? Because Pinon's he's clearly got good small cards. He's matching you.
Yeah. Pinon's definitely got the advantage in base combos here.
Meanwhile, Jack drops a nice 3 blocker with that special point. We've got a place for the Oh, he is dropping the
Looks like he's
Ouroboros.
opting to use Ouroboros already.
Man, I keep getting proved wrong time and time again today. I'm like the anti-commentator's curse of commentating.
He's struggling to find a spot for Ouroboros.
He's got good spots for it. It's just a matter of like Jack's turf really isn't lined up any particularly useful way.
Yeah. We'll still have the means to use the Ultra Stamp next turn. Oh, and Jack breaks.
That's a 25-point deficit.
Yeah, Pinon. If Jack has the right cards, then he could win. But honestly, I don't think with this big of a deficit, mind you, Pinon did just pass there, which could give Jack the opportunity. That definitely could be. That definitely could be could be a deal breaker.
Here's the problem. Jack's gonna double 312 most likely. He's got the special points for it. Pinon is passing, so he can drop his own 312 next turn. I think we're gonna see a repeat of what happened to Cookie's last set. I think we're gonna see Pinon pass this turn. Jack drops 312. It's all looking good. Pinon drops his own 312 in the final turn, and then Jack just can't keep up with that. I think is what we're gonna see.
Pinon does have point advantage here. This will definitely be close, though. It's just a matter of finding a good spot for Ultra Stamp.
Yep. Once again, there are a lot of good stamp positions on this map, but which one is
He's
the best?
opting for that.
Double stamp.
Yep. Ooh,
Had the better
those were very
stamp.
close to each other. Who had the best stamp? It looks like Pinon had the better stamp and does not get eliminated. And moving on to game 4. That was definitely a very close game there. Like, once again, I could have gone either way.
It really could have, and I love the choice of Thunder. I love the choice of Thunder Drift for that specific game, and I love that specifically, or Thunder whatever.
Ooh, River
I
Drift
specifically love that
again.
because of Pinon. We got to see how Pinon plays when his first couple draws aren't bad, and he played it very, very well overall.
Yeah, he definitely played very well. Let's see if that carries over into game 4.
The spooky
I'd
ghost
say
squirrel has informed
decent.
me.
That's definitely a decent starting hand.
The spooky ghost
But
squirrel has informed me that on Pinon's end, that was a salt run back for Thunder Point.
oh,
And I don't know about you, but I am moderately entertained by the notion that a fantastic Tableturf player such as Pinon is capable of experiencing about as much salt as I am on a given day. They used to call me Salt Lord Pie back in the Steel Sentinels era.
oh, that's a good wall off from Jack already.
We're 2 turns in, we're already seeing some contest going down in the center. We're already seeing.
Unless Pinon has some sort of diagonal card to pierce through there. But it doesn't look like he's going to get one anytime soon.
Nope.
It's
That Magistorm
going,
doesn't get the Octobomber.
Jack's definitely taking a lot of space in mid as well. It's not like Pinon can do much about it though.
Pinon's got fantastic base combos, but we're gonna have to wait and see what happens when Jack gets his own. Let's be real, it's Jack. He has base combos. It's just gonna be a matter of how do Pinons line up? Or what am I looking for?
He's already discarding again. It's bricked already. Got a squid beacon.
Draw there. That's a very, very nice squid beacon shaped hole there.
Yeah, definitely is a good spot for a squid beacon. And take back some space in mid. Ooh, a screen already. Oh.
Jack had an idea. It was a good idea, but it wound up not shaping out.
I honestly don't know what Jack was cooking there.
And oh, this is gonna be a bit spicy.
Ooh. Looks like Pinon's responding with his own special play.
Yep.
Will this one work out? And it does not. It gets blocked off by the GooTuber. That is a really good block.
If I were Pinon, I'd be less concerned about the wall off happening to the left, and more concerned about you've got a special block right dead center in the middle of a fat pile of Jack's territory. And also Jack bricked his Ouroboros.
Yep. This
that is a beautiful that is a beautiful spot for custom.
Draws Ouroboros on the second to last turn. Is opting to use a Hype Manta Storm. Don't think that's the best idea.
I'm honestly very, very undecided right now, because if you If you special out either the Ink Vac or the 6 cost, whatever that card is, charge a
Gotcha.
special point and then special again next turn, that's 18 turf you're playing. If he's going to special here, he's spending 5 points on a 14 turf special, and more likely than not is going to brick next turn.
Yeah, he's gonna brick. Yeah, he's gonna end up bricking next turn if he plays that.
So, but that.
He
Oh
does
no,
have
he
a-
had a.
oh, he does have
no.
that he can play that.
Your opponent has given up. Yeah, that's.
Yep.
Yep. Pinon had the perfect card for his bait to finish a
Ooh.
base combo there at the end.
Looks like we're gonna be going into game 5. That was
It's a
definitely. That was definitely a close game. Like it was definitely looking like it could go to either side there, but looks like Pinon just ended up winning in the end.
Yeah, Jack had a couple plays in the mid game. Like the splatter color screen, I want to say, is where it started to fall apart for him, because he had a good idea.
Yeah.
He had a good play. Pinon played exactly the correct card to play in that situation, and it just sort of went from there.
Yeah. It wasn't really. That was definitely unlucky for Jack. What map are they looking to play?
The River
Drift again.
I was gonna say I was
Alright,
silently
looks
cheering
like
for
the final.
Foxes, but
Looks like the final game will be played on River Drift again. That's not a good starting hand.
nah, if I'm Pinon, I hold steady just because I got the Boros.
Yeah. Not
The
much
perfect mirror.
afterwards, though. Yeah, perfect mirror. Let's go.
Alright, here we have an Ink Vac, and it's
Ooh.
I don't watch enough of this to know whether or not this constitutes Ink Vac in its natural habitat or not, but it looks like a good spot for it nonetheless.
I wonder if Jack's gonna wall Pinon off again. Or are we gonna be looking at a perfect wall from both sides? It looks like we are.
They're both trying to wall.
Both pretty much walled, unless unless they can fit into that really small diagonal gap. I doubt they can. Looks like it's just gonna be base combos from here on out.
Yep. There are ways in and out of each other's bases here if you're looking at that center with all the weird little diagonal plays.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of weird diagonal spots that could be played.
But I don't think it's going to be worth it for either of these players to go for it as opposed to just base comboing.
Exactly. You can go for it, but you could go for it, but it wouldn't be worth it. A nice 10 attack combo. Jack has a pretty substantial point difference, right? Has a pretty substantial point lead right now.
Yep, both points
it's
and
already using special.
Yeah, he's got a diagonal. He's got a diagonal available over there.
Yeah, he has to. I don't think that'll be the best spot for Junior. Will that end up getting pierced or not?
He's trying to wall it off without and see, well, there you go. He borrowed the special block, but at the same time, that's just... I'm giving this one to Jack, honestly.
Yeah. And Jack has 82 points right now. It looks like Pinon's gonna be using the Splat Charger again. Basically the same thing for both players.
Wait, how does Callie still fit in that?
That's a good Callie.
That is a fantastic Cali.
That's like three. That's a whole 3 points for Pinon.
Jack's still got plenty of room to play in all sorts of places, but that's a... Are we starting to see... And he bricks!
He bricked. Is this gonna be a comeback for Pinon?
So Pinon's definitely bricked as well right now, but...
Yeah. This will be really close.
Which one of these cards does he want to hold on to just in case? Just in case he finds a good spot to play it in another turn or two.
Mm-hmm.
And they both bricked.
Oh, they both bricked. Looks
So
like he has a place he can play Charger normally.
Yep. I mean, that's an 8 cost, that's gonna... Or an 8 size, that's gonna...
Mm-hmm.
If Jack plays much of anything up there, that's almost certainly gonna override it.
Yeah, definitely. This definitely could be close.
The splatter
Using
color
screen. Ooh.
That was just a net gain for Jack.
Yeah, I think Jack's gonna be taking this one. That was a 14-point deficit.
And Jack's also got his own 312 he's about to drop.
Yep. That was okay. I won't say anything until the game's actually done. Yep. And then it looks like Jack will be winning that one. It was definitely Pinon put a really hard fight, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.